Okay, hello, listeners. Welcome back. Hopefully, we can get a whole stack of people here tonight, like last week. It is us, Dragon's Greed Gaming. You are joining us for episode. I just had it, and now I don't remember. 44 of the Frontier War for Alien, the role-playing game. We're back. We've got the whole crew. And we've got the new setup, as you can see here. We're testing out on Twitch. Decided to try to show you guys a little bit of what we've got going on with the map. So enjoy. It's not final, but I'm sure there'll be some tweaks here and there. But for throwing it together half hour before we went live, I think it works out okay. So that being said, let's hear from our players. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, anything else you want to share with the listeners. We'll start it off with Eric, our squad leader. How are you tonight?
Doing good. I am playing Corporal Mike Tagar. I think after this mission I may be looking at a promotion. I think it's about time.
Yeah?
I think we all are actually at this point.
Yeah.
I think we deserve it.
We're saving democracy, okay?
Listen, if I make it through
Apparently
this
it's very hard to do.
with ammo, then maybe.
If you have one gun that still has ammo by the end of the mission.
We're gonna have to keep finding new ones somewhere in the station for you.
Yeah. Keep going back to the armory.
Yeah.
Look, Sergeant. All my ammo's still here.
That's because I didn't shoot any of my guns. I just stole them from the UPP and all the robots.
Anything exciting in your neck of the woods other than bid sniping lizardmen pitches for Blood Bowl?
I know. I got 30 minutes and 4 seconds left.
All right, keep hitting that refresh button.
I'll let you know if I win it.
I can't imagine it's in that demand where if you miss it, you're not going to find another one sometime soon.
Yeah.
So
That's probably true. But I don't think they remake these after they release the army, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think they do. Have to find out.
But yeah, nothing else too exciting down here.
All right. Good. Scaarr, how about you, man? What's going on? I like your headband,
good.
By the way.
Thank you. I'm playing first class, Owen O'Connell, where I am an alcoholic officially. Maybe addicted to some kind of like space alcohol drug, maybe if we want to take it a notch further. And but yeah, I'm doing well. My relationship with alcohol is still open for debate. And I played a bunch of Age of Sigmar today.
Oh, okay.
I lost both matches though. I really I kind of threw the matches because I felt bad.
Were you playing Skaven?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're
And
kind
I
of
had
winning.
and
You're
I had
kind
to
of always winning
reinforce.
then.
Well, that's the thing. I had a reinforced clan rat unit that is very strong right now, and I just want I want to see like, oh, can I get away with this? Like, I want them to win, so I'm gonna try something really stupid, and if I still win, then it's definitely their fault. I didn't, but it was fun. I had 2 back-to-back games, and yeah, it was a good day. I fought Daughters of Cain and Cities of Sigmar.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I finished cleaning all my models from the Walking Dead starter set this week, and I tried out some new primer I got from ColorForge yesterday, which seems to be working well. We're going to give our first paint test actually tomorrow probably. And I'm hoping to get some zombies and survivors painted up for Gen Con, one of the games I'm running. Actually, 3 games. And then probably hop back over to, what's that game? Dead by Daylight. Gonna start cranking out those models too. So, pretty excited about that. Adam, what's going on the West Coast these days?
Oh, just more heat. We're in a little heat wave here, so that's always been fun. But
How's the forest fires going? Are those under control yet?
they're done already.
Okay.
Unless it magically picks back up in the next Savannah wind, who knows? But
You need to go get those started back up again, man.
no. you know how hard it was just to find a new place because they raised the rent everywhere to make money because they knew people needed to get in new places. It was despicable. But yeah, I'll be playing PFC Reed with his same mission of the not wasting ammo. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna literally pick up every goddamn gun I can in this goddamn mission. I swear to God.
Excellent. Well, you keep that up. I wish you the best.
It'll be a good noodle.
And last but certainly not least, the reliable one himself, Sean, is here.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Sean, and I'm playing PFC Alexander Cruz, who's going to try to save his cousin from certain death and democracy.
I think it's the other way around. I think you're bringing democracy.
Right. We're saving democracy and my cousin from certain death. Yeah.
Unless you're secretly a UPP agent, in which case you killed
Who knows?
Democracy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although we do have some UPP people helping us save democracy as well, so
It's true. You gotta
hard
work
to
together.
say.
Gotta work together.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Teamwork and unity.
Cool. Well, I am the Great Unclean One, your host. I will be your game mother yet again as we dive back in to the Siege of Lamont Station, Part 2. Other than that, just trucking along here, man. We got a new bookshelf set up for the book collection last weekend, and yeah, just getting ready for a whole busy month of all sorts of good stuff, but still got a lot of hobby on the mind, and still got a lot of inspiration from Adepticon, so trying to continue to ride that wave, and getting closer to those DVD achievements, so feels good. Other than that, why don't we just dive in here with what we've got going on. So, alas, we left last week. The group of you had finally made it to Lamont Station Prime in the Crestus Prime system, where General Vaughn has launched the beginning of her coup to try to take over the UA military in hopes of finally declaring outright war on the UPP and wiping them off the proverbial map. Upon making it to Lamont Station, you had found that General Vaughn's fleet was already here in system, launching an attack against the surprised and disorganized defenders. Alongside her fleet is the stolen UPP destroyer, the Voi Nguyen Giap, or Ziap, which is supposedly loaded with biodrones that are meant to be dropped off on the nearby colony of Safe Haven, where over 30,000 UA personnel call home. Hello, Legendary Sith. That's a great name, by the way. Thank you for joining us tonight. So you are you've made your way onto the station. Unfortunately, you have a rookie amongst you, a fresh out of boot camp woman by the name of Katie Thrace, who unfortunately has not made Weaver too happy with the whole situation. But so far she's holding it together, although it's been a rough introductory mission for her. You know, hey, by the way, General Vaughn's betraying the UA, and we're working with the UPP to stop that. Also, there's aliens, they're a real thing, and also go save the Secretary of Defense. Oh, that's all. Oh, and the Pentagon is under siege. Yeah. So, good luck.
Just another Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, half the squad is currently addicted to drugs.
That's true. Half the squad is actually suffering from addiction and relapses, and now we have like a is it a
You guys are killing me.
Is it a love square at this point with the addition of Thrace now? Like, it was a triangle, but now it's a square. So it's getting rough here in the Alien universe. We had 4 back-to-back headbite attacks last week, but surprisingly, not a single casualty. So,
What can I say? I'm just so cuddly.
Tagar's legendary resilience continues to impress all around him.
And charisma.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's my stands.
I mean,
Anyway.
who wouldn't be impressed with those hands?
I know. Reed keeps trying to, butter me up, and
Yeah, well,
Weaver.
we know about Reed, so okay. Anyway, so you guys boarded the station. You had a choice of where to try to attempt to get on board the station. You decided to go to the eastern section of the tower, which appeared to have a communications hub nearby. You made your way through, having to cut through one of the exterior airlocks where a launched EEV had, been launched from the station, so it was open at this point. Unfortunately, you guys picked probably the worst place to board on the station, as you found yourselves inside an alien hive. It was here that you discovered several members of the station staff cocooned, some face-hugged, some chest-bursted, some waiting for eggs to hatch. You started taking out these eggs one by one, silently, with Cruz's sniper rifle. But eventually, a couple of the biodrones emerged and attacked. All in all, you've taken down 3 of them. You've torched about half a dozen eggs. And you even took out, I think it was 2 or 3 facehuggers that emerged. You then proceeded to execute any remaining people that were cocooned to prevent them from birthing more aliens and causing more problems. Thrace had a bit of a breakdown, but she seems to have pulled herself together for the most part. And then you made your way into the communications tower, up the elevator, which abruptly stopped about halfway up. Opening the hatch on top of the elevator, you discovered that part of the elevator shaft was covered in the alien resin that seemed to be jamming the gears. Luckily, Tagar spotted an alien hiding in the corner before it noticed you guys. You did manage to kill it, but not before acid rained down on you guys and ate through part of the elevator. Tagar and Thrace then made their way up to the communications hub, where they discovered a face-hugged staff member. When Tagar tried to put her down, he was unable to do so, and Thrace stepped up and did the deed for him. So not only have you thrown her into all of this, she's had to kill a human being on her first mission. So suffice to say, emotional damage for Thrace.
Well, we're all going to be trauma bonded after this.
That is
Oh,
probably
yeah.
true. Probably. This
Trauma
is
threesome?
You've only gone through the first 2 rooms on the station. So there's a lot here to unpack. But upon making it up to the communications hub, you discovered all the machinery still seemed to be working and operational. You could hear a lot of messages coming in and out. Some garbled, some very staticky, but some very clear. And it was here that you reached back out to the Tambatam, which is currently rejoining, or on their way to join the fleet and try to help push back Vaughn's attack. You also discovered that Zimborski, your staff sergeant, had received a communication from Lieutenant Casados, who is apparently alive and well, somewhere on board the station in another one of the towers, and she is trying to make an escape alongside basically all the UPP prisoners you've captured throughout the campaign, who have all, for mysterious reasons, been sent to Lamont Station. You guys have all pieced together they've probably been sent here to be killed in the attack, but apparently they are at least free and trying to get off the station. However, you have your own vitally important mission of tracking down the Secretary of Defense De la Cruz and getting her off the station in case all goes to hell. Meanwhile, several parsecs away, you sent Commandant Vuvu and her destroyer-class Kremlin ship to try to warn the peace summit that's going on, which apparently Vaughn is also trying to attack to wipe out the UA leadership in one fell swoop. So, we are here back in the communications hub, and I believe... I'm trying to remember exactly how we ended. Oh! You guys had discovered there is a biodrone in the corner of the room. And I believe currently it is just Tagar and Thrace who are up here, and the rest of you were about to make your way up the ladder because you were arguing about how to get up here because Reed didn't want to get out of his suit, and then he didn't want to take off his harness for the smart gun, and Tagar and Thrace were like, fuck this, we're going to keep doing the mission, and now you're split up. So...
Wonderful.
I think that's where we ended, if I'm not mistaken. So...
At least the FNG is reliable.
Yeah. I don't think there'd be a biodrone token here if there wasn't a biodrone on the map. So, and according to my notes, there was a biodrone in this room. So, with that being said, unless anyone has any questions, we can dive in.
Can I gaslight Tagar and be like, is the biodrone in the room with you right now?
I don't know if that's gaslighting or just being sassy, but
Manipulating him to think he's crazy.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'll just have you go check it out first.
does anybody remember? Did you alert the biodrone or did you just spot it? I don't recall.
Our roles will discover that if
Unfortunately, we have a whole game of rolls that I have to go past here from earlier today, so hold on.
Well, sounds like you have some scrolling to do.
You're not wrong. Alright. Oh god, there's so many rolls. Alright, give me a second here.
God, what happened?
A lot, dude. A lot happened. We also went for like almost 4.5 hours, so it was a long session.
How nerdy do you... this is totally off topic, but how nerdy do you guys think people who play the Final Fantasy trading card game would be? Like,
As nerdy as anybody who plays any trading card game?
Sorry,
yeah,
there's a
pretty
trading card?
average level of nerd.
okay, that makes me feel bad.
Oh, if it's you, way nerdier. Never mind. I amend my answer.
Yeah, I got a Red 13 card.
It's holographic and foil.
Hey, you want to talk about nerdy? I bought the same Hero Quest expansion twice because I have early onset dementia and can't fucking keep track of my games. So
Amazing.
yeah, they showed up this week. I'm like, oh yeah, sweet, they were on sale. And then I started putting them away. I'm like, wait a minute, these boxes look the same. Fuck.
This is suspicious.
At least I didn't pay full price for either of them. So there's that. And one I bought at my local store, so we gave Titan Games some money, so that's okay. Okay, I'm checking. I see manipulation was our last roll from Cruz, and then an armor roll, power supply roll, medical aid. I see a lot of rolls from Cruz, but that's it. So I'm not sure. So here's what we're going to do. Tagar, please roll me an observation roll. And,
Oh, good. My
we'll have Thrace.
one of
roll
my good
as well.
skills.
My best fucking
That's
skill.
Hell yeah.
If
We're
you
going to
haven't
win.
leveled up observation at this point, that's on you, bro.
You're not wrong.
Valid point.
Hey, I spent all my stuff on staying alive.
We are 44 sessions in, okay? If you haven't figured
Because
out that skill,
observation
it's
just not
never comes up. Okay. Alien needs to roll. This is opposed. Okay, would you like to push, or are you happy with that?
Oh, I'm happy.
Okay. Well, that makes one of us. You pass. It has 0 successes. You both have 1. So as you are up here, you are looking around, or maybe Thrace is kind of looking over the room while you're talking to the Tambatam, and she like stops, and you feel her like tug on your arm, and you're like, what? And she like puts her finger up to her lip like to shush, and she points, and you see when you turn your body and the light on your suit, or you're wearing armor, shines in the corner, you can see a biodrone is like curled up, kind of sitting, and it either doesn't notice you or it hasn't reacted to you guys being in the room. But you see it, What do you do?
I kind of like quietly set my shield up in front of me and draw a weapon.
Okay. She's
And
already
kind
got
of like
her weapon out, pointed at it.
kind of nudge Thrace like with a shield, like make sure she's prepared too.
Okay. Yeah, she was using the pulse rifle last time. So I don't think. Well, I guess she would probably try to mimic what you're doing. So she's gonna try to switch. She's gonna need to make another test though to do this quietly. Okay. Does the alien notice? Okay. So you see, she puts the the strap over with the assault rifle, and then she unstraps the shield, and then she goes to take her pistol out of the holster, and as she does, when she puts her arm back to grab the pistol, her like suit or her armor gets snagged on like a chair nearby, and she pulls the pistol out, but it makes like an audible like clink, and because you guys have been trying to be so quiet, it's like deafening, and the alien is definitely awake. So please add yourself to the initiative tracker. And we shall see what happens.
Do I have time to like make sure I'm like move in front of her?
I'm assuming you guys are kind of. She was right next to you, so you guys are right next to each other.
No, it doesn't even matter. Tagar got some one. He's gonna kill it in one shot.
Wow, you are
Not
so.
with a pistol, I'm not.
Should I even change it to combat music at this point? Like, I don't. Is it even worth it?
We'll find out in this
All right.
week's episode of Tagar Ball Z.
Tagar kills everything. Okay.
Hagar's balls deep.
Oh, yeah, it works out real well.
This is a very different role playing game than I thought it was.
This is Alien, not Fatal. Okay. Settle down. Okay, Tagar, you're up. You can tell this thing's about to launch itself and strike.
Ooh, I'm pushing that.
Ooh. Gutsy move. Okay. You have a total of 3 successes, but you have panic, but you are okay. How would you like to do your stunts?
Yeah, 3 damage.
Extra damage? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This only does 1, so.
Okay, it rolled 0 successes. So you do a total
Nice.
of, what, 3 damage? Yep.
3 damage.
All right, you guys hear a couple shots go off, and you hear an alien squeal in pain from where you are down below. And then Thrace also opens up with her pistol.
Oh my god!
Whoops, I don't know why it rolled twice there. I did not mean to push. Hold on, let's get rid of those.
That's quite good.
Yeah, 4
mean,
successes.
She definitely can push.
I don't think she would.
I don't.
Yeah, I think
Let's not panic the newbie.
she's trying to mimic Tagar as best she can. So he got 3, she got 4. She's happy with that. All right, is it enough? Wow. And just like that, the biodrone is dead. You hear another series of shots. Sorry, that's prone, not dead. You hear another series of shots ring out, and the squealing dies down almost as quickly as it began.
Was that her first kill?
I think she
think so,
killed.
right?
I think she killed one of the face huggers. I think,
Oh, okay.
but
I'm gonna pull out my knife and put a tally mark on her shield.
yeah, she like looks at her handgun like, did I just fucking kill this thing with this thing? And then she like looks at the smoking ruin that is the alien, and I'm gonna let her reduce a point of stress for that.
He's gonna need to get that thing autographed by Tagar.
Hell
That's
yeah!
what I just did.
So
Like I said, I took out my knife and scratched a tally mark into her shield.
and then it's quiet after that.
Speaking of which, Tagar, what the fuck's going on up there?
Another bio drone. We took it down though. Thrace had a pretty good shot.
Oh, they got him down here.
Oh. Well, get your asses up here already. Let's figure this shit out.
I'll say, all right. All right, Reed, you heard the corporal, and I give you a little pat on the butt.
Oh my
Lingers
God.
a little bit.
A little too long for comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, this episode's getting wild.
So you are all able to get up to the communications room at this point. I feel like last week you guys had tried to determine. Oh, I remember what happened. You guys had rescued one of the cocooned people, and I believe you put them in an escape pod and ejected them so that Weaver and Herschel could pick them
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you didn't get much information because, as usual, you guys didn't ask any questions and then just let the guy go. You were too busy talking
Nope.
shit to
Nobody-
the poor guy that was terrified after being cocooned, but, you know.
Nobody wanted to use them as a map, so
Yeah. But you do know he mentioned if you're looking to find a map, the best place would be to probably go to the command center.
Wait a second. Didn't we ask him a ton of questions, and he didn't know shit?
No,
That's
you
what
asked-
I
you
feel.
That's more accurate.
You asked him questions that he wouldn't know the answer to, but you didn't ask him general questions that someone who works on the station would easily know. So your line of questioning was really, really bad. And
I remember him being an asshole.
no,
I-
that's
I-
definitely
I
incorrect.
think I asked him where the bathroom was at a point. He knew so little.
That's
And,
definitely gaslighting right there.
Yeah, that's
I don't
the
know.
point.
We gotta go back.
What makes it fun.
Go back and listen to last session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need a replay on the tapes. This
You-
doesn't sound right.
You
Pull
do
the
that.
clip.
You do that.
All right, I'll be right back.
It's gonna take a couple hours and re-listen to the session.
All right, we'll reconvene at 12 a.m. Peace. So, how would you like to proceed?
Try and pull up the map or some sort of diagram
You
of the
can't-
ship
You can't.
station.
You can't access any of that from here. This is a communications hub meant
Oh.
for, like, it's a flight control tower, and it's a
Oh,
communications
that's right.
hub to, like, in.
We had to go back. We had to go back to first floor and go around, right? Is that what we were thinking?
All you guys know is he said the command center is off the central spire, which is the section of the station to the southwest of where you guys currently are.
Yes, we gotta.
You didn't really get any other information about the layout of the station from him.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Is there anything else we need to relay to the Tapatam or Weaver?
Not that I can think of right now.
All right. I guess we head back to the first floor.
Okay.
Well, I guess Reed will strip down again to take off all his shit.
Yeah, I think we went over communicating with the Tam
Yeah, you
last
did.
session.
You did. Yep.
Corporal.
Okay. Well, where would you guys like to go? You tell me.
So we already cleared this area here. So maybe just move back to there and check
most
more
of
of the
it.
doors.
You didn't check the full donut. You can tell
Yeah.
it's a ring.
Yeah.
It's
So
up
I
to you
think
guys.
follow back around the direction we know we cleared.
Okay.
We
Like
finished
this
off
way?
the rest of the eggs in here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we killed off everything else.
Okay. So maybe check this door at the end here and see where that goes.
Yeah, that's what you guys want to do. Sure. Let me fix your tokens here, because your vision range... There's really unlimited range as long as you guys have light, which you do. So let me just change that, because the fog of war is kind of limiting you guys a little bit here. Oh no, Cruises is fine. I guess
Mine's limited. Is it? Is that not right?
Thrace's was. Maybe everybody else's is fine. Let me just double check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she must have been like on default settings. Okay. All right, yeah. So you can try that door, no problem. There's more of the hive here. Part of the door itself is covered, but there's enough. Oh, here we go. Yours is not. There you go, O'Connell. You should have a little bit better now. Okay. All right. So the map is a little funky, but basically the way this works, this door leads into a tunnel, which you can tell goes to a separate section of the of this station. If you guys go around the donut, you can see this is the door. The tunnel goes underneath this part that you're standing on right here that I put your token on, Tagar.
Okay.
I'll move everybody here so you guys can see.
Oh.
Now this space here where it's still black on the map, that's like solid wall. So you can't see the door from where you are. That's just a solid wall there. But this door here on the opposite end connects to that tunnel. So this is the door you'll want to use. If that is indeed the route you want to take.
Okay, so is like the top of the map north, bottom of the map south?
Yes. So you guys are currently heading
No-
northeast.
Northeast, in the exact opposite direction of the command center.
Yeah.
There, I can see another door around the corner here.
I mean, we made it this far. Let's try that.
I think there was a door over here, sort of in the direction we needed to go if we want to go to the command center and
Yeah,
get a map.
you guys can tell. I mean, it's a big area, but it's small enough where you can check it. But as you guys continue to make your way through here, you are seeing a couple more eggs and a couple more people cocooned to the walls.
Just silently kill the eggs with our silencers.
I mean, your silencer.
Right. Yes.
Wait, I might
Like
run
that.
my incinerator. Let's see if I have my flamethrower with me.
We've been pretty loud in this area already, so I think we can just go ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
We had a full gunfight down here. If you guys,
You know what? I was using a silencer during the entire fight, so I was still very quiet.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, so-
your gun was you were screaming the whole time, but your gun was quiet.
I was yelling, "Get some!" Okay.
Your battle cry. You're right.
There's a difference.
Do you want to systematically clear this room? 'Cause that'll take time.
How many eggs are there?
I mean, you're finding them here and there. The problem is not so much there's a lot; it's that this room is fairly large, and you have to. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies where stuff could be hidden. Like, and even if you look, even if the eggs are all like easily to be seen, you don't know if there's more biodrones lurking about, or you turn a corner and all of a sudden you find another person who's cocooned to the wall, who may or may not be face hugged. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, I could just firebomb the whole area if we're thinking it'll take too long.
we could go back the other way and see if there's another way around.
basically, this whole ring has been turned into a hive.
Yeah, let's just go back down the tunnel, which we know there aren't any face huggers, and pop back out this area.
But it does seem
Right, yeah.
it does seem to it does seem to end like in this ring, right? Like, it didn't go like all the way up to the communications tower. You can tell it really hasn't gone into the tunnel at all, leading to the other section. So
How,
Yeah, we entered in the worst possible place we could have at the station.
Okay. I mean, if we get out of the station, could we have Weaver, like, blow the connection so this spire falls off?
no, this is way too big. Your weapons on
Okay.
you would need a starship to do that, and then you'd probably be risking like the structural integrity of the tower.
Oh, okay. All right. We can go back and try and see if we can find a tunnel through to the other towers.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Can't do it like that. Just got to go all the way around. Would be using the tunnel, but I can't.
Yeah, like I said, it's the way I set up the wall, just to kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go out the door towards the central spire. It sounds like. That's the
Yeah,
plan.
so we're gonna come back out here
Okay.
and then kind of walk this way.
Okay. Yep. You can see the ring completes around, and there is a door that leads to another section. Unfortunately, everything is kind of cocooned over, so you can't tell where those two doors lead.
Okay. Yeah, I guess start chipping away and trying to get through to this door.
Okay.
Right? Is that what we're thinking?
No, I was thinking this door down here, which goes southwest.
The direction I
Sure.
think we deduced we need to go.
Yes.
Oh,
But I mean, I'm all for clearing the whole level too. You know, just to make sure that there might be survivors. We don't know.
I mean, at this point, do we think any survivors are safe? Based on what we've seen so far?
We
We've
don't know.
I guess we found one.
Well, basically, I guess it comes down to this, right? Is that you guys don't know where De La Cruz is at. She could be anywhere. Your only real lead you have right now is if you want to get a schematic of the station, then you probably need to get it from the command center. That's all you've got to go on, though. So, if you want to do that, you can. If you want to explore, you might have to do that anyway. Totally up to you guys. Also, I did forget one thing, which I meant to tell you guys. Do you guys have access to the combat map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I forgot to explain last week is you're on this station. It's pretty big. While all of this is going on, what's up, Mythbuster? Thanks for joining us, buddy. Great playing with you today, man. Had a lot of fun. What you see, so the station is huge, right? The tower's pretty big itself. And while this is going on, there is an orbital battle between Vaughn's fleet and the UA fleet happening. And that's a little kind of mini game I've made some rules for to represent that as that's going on. Now, time is moving a little differently. It takes a lot longer for stuff to happen in a space battle than it does for you guys on a space station. And I've kind of figured that out on the side, which I'm not going to explain when. But basically, at certain intervals during the mission, we are going to have the Kremlin destroyer here. And at certain points in the mission, it is going to move across this map. And every time it has a chance to move, that's going to represent a round in the space combat, and the fleet will have a chance to try to shoot at it. But the fleet is currently outnumbered and taken by surprise, so they are at a disadvantage. If the Tam gets there in time, it may be able to help even the odds a bit. And there are other things that you guys may or may not be able to do that can either help or hinder this. This ship is going to move, and if it reaches and moves off the other end of the map, it has reached Safe Haven Colony and unloaded its bio drones, thus destroying the colony. and everyone down there, most likely. However, there's a chance that the UA fleet might be able to destroy it or disable it before it gets there. And I have a couple different outcomes that might happen by the end of this mission. So, this is where it starts, and I will let you guys know when I move it, but I'm not going to explain what's going to trigger that. So, just something I want to point out for you guys. It has begun here, and it's going to move at this point, because you guys have enough time has passed, and something is triggering here. This. So, it is actually going to move 2 spaces on the first turn, and that is to represent that it has... Vaughn's got the drop on the UA fleet. They're disorganized. It's a surprise attack. They were not expecting this. They sure as hell weren't expecting a UPP destroyer to be with the fleet. And they probably, up until right now, didn't realize even what's happening and what's at stake. So it gets to move 2 spaces this round. However, every time it moves, the UA fleet will have a chance to open fire and try to do some damage here. So one of you guys can roll for the fleet. I will need you to roll... that's the wrong notepad.
Are seamen technically biodrones?
What?
That's a question.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You'll all be disappointed to hear I did not win the Lamont pitch.
No.
What?
It went from
Oh.
it went from $53 to $91,
Ooh.
Well, that's because somebody
And-
bid $100 at the very end.
and it was $11 shipping already. So I was like, no,
Yeah,
not doing that.
Not
Yeah,
worth it.
that's not worth it.
You'll
no.
find it cheaper, I'm sure. Okay, so whoever wants to roll can make the first roll for the fleet. Is going to roll 8 base dice. Each success
8.
will cause a point of damage, and I will roll armor for the cruiser or the destroyer.
Oh, somebody beat me to it.
Hey.
All right, opening shot from the fleet is not bad. We have 2 successes. And where's the armor on this thing? Oh, it's got quite a bit of armor.
Oh, it does have a lot of armor. Wow.
2 successes. It is undamaged in the opening salvo. All right. Back on the tower. You guys going to open this door and make your way through?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mythbuster. Appreciate it, man. 2-month streak. Look at you go, buddy. Love it. Okay, you open this door,
Thank you.
and it leads to another tunnel that clearly leads to the next section of the station.
Oh, should be back on the other map, I suppose, huh?
Probably.
I mean, only if you want to participate.
It's optional.
Okay. So, I guess the plan is here to be careful opening this door in case there's more hive growth.
You sounded so, disgusted when you said that. The hive growth.
Growth.
That's right.
It is pretty gross. It's pretty
Disgusting.
gross. Is there more hive growth in here?
No, when you there are some escape pods here by this airlock door. Some have been launched. Some might still be there. But when you open the door, I'll move 3s to where you guys can get to before you have to worry about anything. So you can see it's like a T intersection or a cross intersection, and you can see that there's staircases that go slightly down to your left and right to other parts of this central spire. And then there is another staircase that leads down to what looks like a central concourse out ahead of you guys. And on the far side of that concourse, opposite of where you guys are, you can see another airlock door similar to the one you just came through. assuming that probably goes to another section of the station, but you're not sure. If you are trying to be careful, I will need a mobility test from whoever has the lowest mobility score, not counting stress. It's definitely not Threes. She's not the lowest.
I roll 7.
I roll 6.
5? Okay, it sounds like it's Tagar, because I know O'Connell's pretty good with mobility too. Okay.
Oh, he's just so good.
Nice.
So you and Thrace are in the front with the shields, moving cautiously and quietly. You do not hear anything. You do not see anything. Where would you like to go?
Guys, this is some vote. Thoughts?
Say P for penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say follow the wall, and not P for penis. What the fuck's wrong with you?
They go down to Q.
You?
Yeah. Just kind of like follow it around if we have to. Look for maybe an elevator.
Make sure there's no like ambush potentially in the center.
Someone's got a motion tracker. Oh, I've got the motion tracker. I will use it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Okay. Give me a roll,
Mind your
please.
P's and Q's.
All right, so Cruz, you bust out the motion tracker, you turn it on, and you get several blips in the queue section that appear to be moving away from you guys. They're getting further away.
We got some people over there or some things over there that are moving away from us. Take a look.
So what
I could
you
scout
can-
over there maybe.
So with the map, obviously there's like walls here. Like you see like right here there would be walls. But I wasn't going to sit here and draw little walls because that was going to take forever.
Yeah.
And just to give you guys the general layout of this. But basically, the section that you are starting to approach looks like it is... I'll make sure I got the right one here. Hold on. Okay. You can see that there appear to be several shops. Looks like a commerce center maybe, or like a shopping center. There's several shops, and it looks like there's also a restaurant, and you see signs for a casino as well. Yeah, you see there's and you can tell you guys are between the 5 of you, you would probably recognize either the brand of some of these shops or the names are some higher end stuff. And the names are irrelevant, but you can tell like, oh, like that's not just like a Starbucks, it's like some like 4-star restaurant, something a little bit more pricey. And the casino is called Mid Thunder Casino. And there's also looks like a fine liquor store here and like a high quality clothing store amongst others. But you can tell it's probably all high-end shops.
Ask O'Connell if he needs to send anything home while we're here.
What?
You need anything to send home?
Send something nice
What's
home
that
to your
supposed
wife.
to Oh,
Okay.
I thought you meant because I might die or something,
Okay, nope.
which is possible, I suppose.
Remember, guys,
I
there's
guess
3 blips that are in queue that are moving away from us.
I guess we can dress you up in something nice, send you home.
Yeah. He's like walking. You make a good point, Chris. Oh, what's that take?
So, you can see as you guys start to make your way through here, you're free to explore any of these shops and things like that. As you're making your way through these kind of like side streets almost, you can see that path continues on, probably into the next section of this central spire. And you can see that there is an exit over here on the east side of the map that leads to another section as well.
Is there a null directory?
We should investigate the movement, right? Like, see what it is. Might be people. Might be
Yeah.
enemies.
Yes.
Was it moving away quickly from us, or kind of like?
Yeah, Cruz, why don't you give me an observation roll? You can have a +2 on this,
Oh, okay.
since you're a tech guy. Okay. So you can tell you had 2 successes. You can tell 2 things. One, they are moving moderately quickly, like maybe not at a sprint, but a brisk pace. Hard to tell if it is an alien or people or something else. You can also tell, though, that it's faint to tell, but it seems every time the blips pop up, they seem to be in a pretty, you would say, almost a formation or a tight grouping.
Military?
Yeah, might be. Maybe someone coming on to guarantee the success.
Well, the
We
more
have to be more
reason to
careful then.
pursue it.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
quietly
Stay
pursue
close.
and get.
Yeah, indeed.
So, can we start quietly trying to follow them?
Sure.
But
Sorry, go ahead, Tagar.
I want to make sure O'Connell's watching her back
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
while we move forward. Make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
Gotcha.
Kind of arrange us in a good position.
All right. I assume you want Thrace up front with you with the shield?
In the middle, so she can go wherever's needed.
Okay.
Who has the best observation? Who's observant?
I roll.
I would assume it's the forward observer or the marksman, but
Well, it's based on wits, unfortunately, so I only roll 6.
I'm a total of 5.
I roll 3.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
5. I'm
All
not
right.
that
Yeah,
bad.
I'll take the rear.
It's not.
Okay.
Not Thrace.
I guess it is actually the forward observer somehow.
Well, it makes sense. Part of your job, right?
Well, that's why I put 4 points into
Or
it.
you're a marksman, not an observer.
Yeah.
Same thing. You guys work together, so okay.
Right.
All right. So Cruz, I will need a observation from you. It's going to be at -1, and then I'll need a mobility from Tagar, since you guys are doing a group stealth.
3 successes.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. So you guys are trying to move cautiously, but you're making a good amount of noise as you are, or at least enough where you're not that quiet. As you're moving through, Cruz, you guys come around a corner, and as you turn, you're having to cut through the part of the casino where you guys are walking through. Some of the machines and lights are still flashing, so there's a little bit of noise in here. And you're making your way around a corner past some like slot machines, and there's like a nearby bar. And as you do, you see that there are 3 eggs, 3 xenomorph eggs, kind of blocking your path. You can tell that all 3 have hatched. They're open. You see, hanging out of one of the eggs, looks like what's left of a facehugger, but it looks weird. From a distance, you can't really tell, but it doesn't look right or normal. You don't see any bodies. You don't see any cocoon, really. You just see kind of these 3 eggs kind of in a weird spot.
Okay. Can I take a closer look with my scoped rifle?
Yes. The eggs are indeed hatched, and to you, the facehugger that's hanging out of the one egg looks like it's only partially formed. Like it looks deformed. And to you, it looks very sickly and very dead. Like it doesn't look like it's resting. It looks like it's just like hanging off the egg. Almost
Xenos
like
are inbreeding.
tried to crawl out and just like died after it hatched.
Okay. Something's weird with these eggs. I mean, it's good for us if the thing looks dead, but yeah, it looks deformed somehow.
Interesting. Hopefully that means the others aren't too far behind.
But 2 are unaccounted for, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep moving. Keep
Yeah.
an eye for the other 2.
Pull out
Now
the
that we know what
motion
we're looking
tracker.
for.
All right. You want to use the motion tracker again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. That group of blips is still moving away from you towards the east. And you also get 2 blips very close by in the casino.
Okay, boys, those 2 facehuggers are somewhere nearby. Can I point in the direction?
Sure.
Like they're that way.
Everybody can give me observation rolls, please.
Still gonna blow our cover.
Fuck yeah, my eyes are wide open, baby.
Oh my god, I can't hit the button. There's too many dice on the screen. Okay. Wait, why did she go up that high? Doesn't make any sense.
So I think you accidentally pushed once, didn't you? With her?
No, but I'm using her token, and she only has 2 stress. There's no way she could get a 10.
+4.
Yeah, because it says more panic.
Yeah, and she currently wasn't panicked. That's weird. What if I do this? And now that did it correctly. Weird. Okay, let's turn that off. Okay, there we go. All right, so she panicked, but she had rolled... Wait, if she rolled a 6... What did she roll? She rolled a 4, plus 2 is 6, so she would have been fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody have 2 or more successes?
Yeah.
Someone did have 2, yeah.
Okay.
2.
Anyone who had
Figures
more
got 2.
than 2, you either hear and or see these facehuggers scuttling nearby. They're coming from like opposite directions, but they obviously are on the hunt and on the prowl. And
It looks like Cruz and O'Connell got 3.
all right, yeah, they're coming for you guys. So,
Yeah, Take a shot.
Velociraptors.
Yeah.
and that's when the attack comes, not from the front, but from the side. Fucking great movie. Okay.
Can I say? Can we just go back to Jurassic Park? The new movie that got, it looks like a Jurassic Park movie. Like it's on the Jurassic Park fucking island. Can we just go back to that title? Jurassic Park is dumb. Or Jurassic World is dumb. Jurassic Park is cool.
Well, it's Jurassic World because it's a new park, and it's
The new movie that's coming out. They're on the Jurassic Park island, I believe.
Well, I'm talking about the current.
I think they're on a new island, actually. I think it's one of the unexplored islands. I think is what
They
I
said
heard.
in the trailer they're on the where they developed them. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm digressing again.
I will get to the bottom of this, and I will have a full report on your desk Monday morning. All right.
Perfect.
We
No
can't-
less than 3,000 words.
We can't be spreading misinformation about Jurassic Park. All right. There's not much sacred left in this world. Let's not.
It does.
bastardize
It looks
that.
great. I haven't been excited about a
Looks great.
Jurassic movie
Yeah.
in a long time.
Last one is a little rough.
Don't get me said. Don't you fucking dare, Eric. You're on thin ice, here, buddy.
Habsburg eggs.
There's only Chris. There's only 2 movies on this planet I have walked out of. The Jurassic World was one of them.
Yeah, and the other one you said was Gladiator. So like,
Whoa! Hold on.
I don't
The original
think-
Gladiator?
Yeah.
I
What?
did. Their sequel.
The sequel.
I think he's talking about.
Yeah.
And
so,
I don't think I walked out of that because I watched it at home, so that's impossible.
So shut your dirty whore
Walk into
mouth
the next
and
room.
roll initiative, okay?
Well, we know who's not making it out of this combat.
Yeah. Oh man, both facehuggers dive straight at O'Connell, both strangling him at the same time, and he gets double impregnated by double embryos and has double chest bursters. So
Double
he's
impregnated.
double fucking dead.
No, fuck.
How do I roll initiative again?
I'm gonna cut you so bad. You won't wish I didn't cut you so bad.
I got a 10 for that. I
Yeah.
got punished.
Yeah, you did.
I deserve this.
All right, Reed, I need a roll-off, please. Because they have a 2 and a 3. Ooh, look at this guy. Okay, so you will actually have the initiative here. Let me move Ye Old Facehugger down by 1 to 2.1. Boom. Okay. Did you roll your double, Cruz?
I did, yeah.
What'd you get?
A 9 and a 4.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with the 4.
All right. Reed, facehuggers are closing in. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Aim and full auto.
Lay down and take off your helmet? Is that what you said?
No. Oh yeah, luckily I got a helmet on.
Burn off his clip.
Wait.
Panic and use all your ammunition? Okay. They are in the zone next to you guys. So they are fairly close. In the
Got
auto
it.
zone.
Bada bing.
That's pretty good.
So I'll split it 1 and 1,
You didn't panic.
and then I'll do the other one for extra damage.
Did you full auto?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. First, facehugger is dead. Second facehugger is also dead. A quick burst. Quick reaction. Facehugger down. Facehugger down. They burst into pieces. And just like that, it's quiet again.
Reed's a redemption arc here. Here we go.
Don't get
Let's
ahead
not
of
go
yourself.
too far.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself, kid.
I'm gonna tap Cruz on the shoulder and be like, how are we looking on the other squad?
They're still moving away from us. Chris, you had said they're moving east?
Yes.
Even after the sound? To
Well, you'll need to use the thing
Full
again.
auto?
You'll want to use the thing again if you want to
Yeah.
check.
I'll check again.
All right.
Just FYI, Sean, your camera is frozen.
Yeah, I see that. I'm fixing it right now.
Everyone's camera is frozen for me, including mine, so...
It's
yeah,
definitely,
turn-
definitely
I can see I
it's
can
a
see
super
everybody.
me issue for sure.
Okay.
Scaarr keeps walking away.
Yeah. I did PP, sorry.
It's bad enough he doesn't listen to my game, then he just walks away like, fuck this shit.
I cannot do anything in Foundry.
Your dice just rolled for power.
Yeah.
You had no failures. Well done. And I bet he just froze right now because he's not talking.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
drop to try and reconnect.
And he's gone.
And now he's dead.
So it appears that the command the command I was gonna say command center. The command center is moving towards you guys. The blips on the motion tracker appear to continue to be moving east. As far as where you guys are, can you guys see my blip right now?
Hold on, let me
Yes.
zoom out.
They're
Yeah.
about here, and they are continuing to move east.
Okay. If they're going to continue moving east, let's see if we can find our way through to them.
Yeah, Sean just dropped from Foundry. Okay.
Oh, we still see his picture.
Yep. All right. You proceed into the next section. Door is right here.
Oh, okay.
Leave Cruz behind.
Now that we know that they're the only ones in front of us, I'll move Thrace up with me,
Okay.
but keep O'Connell watching our rear.
All right. So you come to a hallway that goes to your left or your right.
How long is the hallway?
Not terribly long. Maybe 30, 40 meters. Sean, your audio working?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Great, wonderful.
All right. Yeah, and it looks this hallway looks pretty nice. It's not like red carpet or anything, but it looks like a more important section of the base.
Any directions on the wall to say like left or right?
Let's see. Where are we? You see both sections to the left and right say Officers Lounge and Secretary of Defense Office.
Know where we're going.
Yeah, probably got to go that way.
Yeah. That north or south, or they just both go to the same?
It looks like they wrap around, you're guessing.
All right, let's go north.
Okay. So you get around the corner. Are you still trying to be sneaky here?
A little bit.
Yes or no? Or are
But
you
I
making a
wanna make-
mobility test?
You can't do a little bit of a roll.
Yeah.
We're tiptoeing in a
I'm-
sprint.
I'm not making the mobility test now.
Okay then. All right.
I think I want to say now we're kind of like, now that we found where Def is offices, like
Yep.
we're more rushed than anything.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So you begin to move together a little bit faster. You know, you're kind of like SWAT team now. Like you're not running, but you're moving quickly in formation. You can see on the left of this hall, there is a door, and that appears to lead to apartments and living quarters. And up ahead of you, there's a small staircase that goes up maybe 10, 20 steps to a small landing, and you can see the hallway continues around to the right.
I think
Keep going,
keep
right?
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep moving.
Okay. You get to
See
the
if we can
landing.
find
You can
the
see there's
office.
a smaller staircase, maybe about 10 steps, that goes up, and it leads to a like kind of like a lobby sort of thing. There's a huge what would be a planter, but they're not real plants, but you know, it's set up to look like a big planter with a big vid screen, and there's the like the logo for the UA is there. To your guy's right, as you're coming into this room, there is a door that you can see leads to it says Officers Lounge, and on the opposite side you can see a similar staircase that you're guessing loops around to the other side of the hallway. And to your left, you can see a door, and it, you know, that indicates it's the office for the Secretary of Defense. Sorry, I forgot to move the map here. Where our squad is at.
Okay. Head to the SecDef office.
Okay,
You said that's the one on our right.
so it's on your left, but the right of the map. Yeah. So
Okay.
you can two things. When you guys get here, you can see that I guess the door wouldn't be open because they kind of close behind you. So But when you open the door, please give me an observation roll. All right. You do... Yeah, this is everybody can make this.
2 successes.
If they so choose. All right, couple panics. Everyone's holding it together, though. If you only have 1 success, you can definitely tell there's some noise and commotion in here. If you have more than 1 success, you can hear the sounds of what sounds like somebody rummaging through very roughly. You hear probably doors getting kicked in, and probably desks getting tossed over, and maybe some faint voices, but they're a little distant, kind of muffled.
And I'll relay that. We got some voices in here. Sounds like they're looking for probably the sec death.
When you guys get into this, so the way it opens up is there's a small lobby just inside this door that you come into, and there's a receptionist desk, and there's a sofa or two, and then 2 big armchairs next to a fairly nice looking coffee table in the center, and there's a small vid screen on the wall as well. And beyond that, there is another door that you can see has been it's like a regular door. It's been kicked open, and you can see beyond there is a hallway that leads into what looks like a corridor of several probably other rooms and offices and things like that. So, even though the room is shaped like a circle, it's kind of a maze of rooms.
Are we aware of any other friendlies on the station?
I mean,
Or are we under the impression that it's all...
You would assume this place is probably crawling with friendlies in a normal operation.
Okay. Alright. Well, move with purpose. Be prepared for anything. Don't hesitate.
Right? Don't hesitate. Got it. First thing I see, gonna blast it.
All right. So, you guys are still kind of moving in your SWAT team formation?
Yep.
All right. You move in, and as you guys do, you can hear more sounds of doors being kicked in, and you can then at this point you can hear someone going clear, and then you can hear some more sounds of banging, and Tagar, roll me a d6. All right. You hear one of them go, clear. Then you hear another voice, a couple seconds later, fire in the hole. And then there is a small explosion. And you can hear him shouting go, go, go. Let me see if they notice you guys as you are rushing in.
Might need to go ourselves if fucking voice
Yep.
jingle.
All right. So, as you guys turn a corner, you are making your way down a hallway. At the end of the hall, you can see a large double door. There is smoke billowing in the hallway where clearly this explosive has gone off. And you can see several figures moving into this office. And one of them happens to turn and sees you guys. And you can tell there is a squad of what looks like 6 armored individuals wearing very familiar black and white commando armor.
Oh, cool.
That is
We're all
where
gonna
we'll
die.
take our break tonight.
We're
And
all
we'll
gonna
be
die.
right back after some Dr. Pepper. So, poor choice? I don't know. Lucky choice. But we'll see what happens. So, we'll be right back, listeners. Peace.
BRB.
Anyway, we're back. So, yes, you see these 6 commandos who look awfully familiar. And they breach this door. They've charged in. And one of them sees you guys as you are coming around the corner. You hear him shout, "Contact!" And all hell breaks loose. Please add yourselves to the initiative tracker.
Edge yourself, yes.
I'm going to do initiative.
Are we
I'm
are
going to
we
do
still on the away screen, Chris?
No. Why?
Did my stream freeze? Let me see.
I hope not.
Okay, we're good. No, it was my end.
All right.
Sorry. Just trying to keep an eye out.
No, appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to do their initiative in 2 ways. There's 6 of them. 3 of them are armed the same way. They're the basic guys. The other 3 have the special weapons. So I'm going to do the basic guys on one initiative and the other 3 on a separate initiative. So there'll be 2 different initiatives. One for the regulars and one for the specials.
Sweet.
Let me do a different color so he's a little easier to see here. Let's get rid of this guy.
Oh my god, look at all these 3s.
All right. What'd you get, Cruz?
A 4.
Nice read.
A 4?
Yeah. Gotta add Thrace, though.
Oh, that's right.
We need to. I think Tagar and I need to roll off. And Thrace, apparently.
Wow, you guys are all...
Yeah, if you guys want to, or you can. I'll let you guys just choose because you're on the same team.
Oh.
That's fine.
Well, Thrace can go last, because, you know.
The newbie.
Because she's not real, like we
You're
are.
muted, by the way, Tagar.
Wow. You know, NPCs have feelings too. That's how you you end up with traitor NPCs when you treat them like that. So
Mhm.
Well, we have plenty of player traders, so I mean, what else?
Let's just
Wow.
add an NPC for the fun of it.
yeah, yeah.
Just gonna bully an NPC until they turn evil. Yeah.
You made me a racist, Obama. Love that meme.
We know they have feelings. They're all falling for me.
That's the one with the damn
Yeah.
Windows
The
update, right?
Windows update, yeah. Look at this shit I'm fucking rendering.
Oh, fucking love it.
Okay, let's start it off. We'll get some sweet combat music rolling here. And it is Reed's turn at initiative 1. You guys have the drop on them. There are 2 in the hallway in front of the door, and the other 4 have made it into the room. The 2 that are outside is one of the regulars, and let's see. Pick it high or low. High, it's the incinerator. Low, it's the grenadier.
Hi,
No,
baby.
it's on you.
High. It's always high.
Okay, the commando and the one of the regulars, and the grenadier are outside. The other 4 are in the office.
Hey.
What do you do? So you can't really see these 4 right now.
Right. Oh, you know. Would I be able to set up my sentry gun real quick during this as a move?
It'll take both actions to set it up. But yes.
Fine by me. Extra damage.
Okay.
Okay.
O'Connell.
What's to stop it from gunning down a innocent civilian that runs by?
Speaking of innocent civilians, I'm going to throw a firebomb.
Oh, great.
Wow.
I'm going to
Okay.
activate my tactical nuke. Just-
I mean, in theory, if SecDef is here, she took cover because people just broke into her office. So
Wow.
I don't know if I have visibility issues or what. Where's the office exactly?
It's
Like
in your
here, I guess?
mind.
Let's make believe. Okay.
Technically, like where this guy is, the door.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
to
Don't
just-
want a firebomb then. All right.
So it basically, you guys have turned a corner. You're making your way down a hallway that's probably big enough for two of you side by side. At the end of this hall are the doors that lead into her office. 4 of them have breached inside. The other 2 were at the back, and they noticed you. So they have now like kind of taken cover in like around the corners. Like you're basically in an area where there's lots of hallways and offices, doors that lead to other rooms. But basically, what you're looking at is a straight hallway ahead of you. There might be other ways around. It looks like there are, but that's what you immediately see. And they instantly, like, you guys are all kind of in cover at this point. So
That was my next question, like what the cover is exactly. So I'm going to position myself behind cover, so I'll omit my aim.
Okay.
And I will full auto.
All right, makes sense.
So it's let's see. I should probably tell you who I'm aiming. I'll aim for this guy here first.
Okay. Two
successes.
Would
I
you
will
like to
open up the floodgate with a push.
Nice.
Get 2 more successes.
There you go. Pretty good.
I know these guys are heavily armored, so I am gonna pour all that into him.
Okay, all into one guy.
Yes.
All right, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Armor
I'm a
piercing.
piercing. Yeah.
He blocks 1, so he takes 3.
4. Oh, nope.
2, 3,
Oh, yeah.
4. You did 5 damage. 4. O'Connell. First blood. He's down.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on, wait. He's in cover. I gotta roll his cover armor as well.
You
Uh-oh.
don't have to.
I do.
You can forget about it.
Let me see how much this is gonna be. You guys basically have like walls, regular walls.
Will and Yutani will kick down your door. You do not roll this cover roll right now.
Am I gonna get swatted? Like I'm live here. Okay, this would be probably 4 armor because it's not a full bulkhead, but it's better than a shitty door. So add 2 more to that. Oh, there it is. He lives.
Why you do this?
Because I just have to, bro. But you hit him a lot. Next up, Tagar.
All right. I am gonna shoot the one that Scaarr did not shoot.
Okay.
Nada.
And I have my shield out.
Yes, of course.
Uh,
Man,
I'm
rocking
not gonna
5
push.
stress and still being a
I know.
boss. Wow.
I'm not gonna push this one.
Is there anything he can't do?
I should have used my coin.
Have a decent conversation with women.
That's true. He is unable to do that. Correct.
Damn.
All right, all 3 of your shots land on this guy, and all of them find weak points in his armor. You see blood. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot to do his cover. Sorry.
Ah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
God.
Wow, he rolled 3 4s. Yahtzee. He's hurt. He's hurt bad. Thrace.
Is that how you play Yahtzee?
I guess she'd probably shoot the same guy Tagar shot, since no one told her to do anything different, so...
She's her own woman.
Oh my god.
But it's
Why is
still-
it back at 11?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no panic result on her character sheet right now. Let's get rid of that. Just do that, do that. Yeah, I don't know what's going over. Let me check her character sheet. Maybe that's why. Ah! That could be it. Is the token linked? Is that why?
Oh, are they different?
They're not.
Yeah, I gotta be
linked.
careful which
That's
one I'm
why.
using.
That's why. Okay. So she did panic. What did she... Let me just roll. I'll just roll again. Of course, she rolled a 7. Everybody's stress goes up by 1.
Oh, jeez.
She empties the clip. She does hit the guy. Is it enough? We'll remember to actually add the cover this time.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, he ducks behind the wall, and you see the shot hits right where he was standing, clips the corner of the wall, but he is not hit.
Come on,
Cruz,
Cruz, we're counting on you.
you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to aim for the Grenadier,
Why would you do that?
and I will aim. He's a bitch.
Something about a grenade
Ah.
going off in the
I
hallway.
always forget to aim.
Well, if you aim, you're not in cover then. So,
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, but I have a shield.
that's fair.
Yeah.
You want to push?
No, I'm good. It's armor piercing, so 2, 3, 4 damage.
Nice.
Oh
Whoa!
He almost.
So you take one shot and it clips the wall, and then just as he jumps out to take his shot, you can see he's got the grenade launcher leveled. You hit him right through the throat, and he hits the ground dead.
Nice. And because of my merciless talent, anytime I break an enemy, my stress goes down by 1.
All right, everybody targets
Very
you.
nice.
Well, that's lame.
Nice.
He's got the merciless talent. Put him down. Okay.
Get him.
You probably hear over their comms, you know, so-and-so's down. And this guy, the one commando, is going to full auto. And I'll just roll a d6 here to see who gets hit. We'll just go down the initiative track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I roll a 6, we'll let Mythbuster pick. O'Connell, you are being shot at. And
Rita.
Stress go up by 1 because he got wounded.
yes.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm keeping track.
Hey, this is why I wanted the bodyguard talent.
Oh,
Yeah, short.
Oh wait, I didn't do it. Hold
Oh,
on, there's
shit.
2 from full auto. Oh, that's a total of 6. That is 4 successes for a total of 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Armor piercing. You get extra 4 for your cover because you took cover. Man, these
Armor
guys.
piercing, you say?
Yep, these guys never fail to impress.
right?
Wait, that's not
Extra
right.
4.
Yeah, that is right.
Well,
I love how you're getting great armor checks.
great. Dude, one dude's dead. I don't know
Well,
how
yeah, but
great
you
it
rolled
was for
three 6s on 5 dice. I mean, come on.
It's not great if you're dead. Okay, subpar at best. You take 5 damage. How's it feel? Also, you
It
take
hurts.
you
I
take
have one left.
Take a point of stress. Okay. And then you see that he disappears out of sight around the corner. The other 4, well, the other 4, let's see which ones make it up. So you see the one with the riot shield makes his way to the door, puts up his shield, and opens fire on you guys. And then you see another one of the commandos also in the door. They're in the office on opposite sides of the door, shooting down the hall at you. The other 2 that are still in the office, you do not see them. The dude with riot shield is going to shoot Reed. Takes out his pistol. All right. 2 damage.
Armor piercing or
No, not on the
Okay.
pistol. Okay,
lock one?
take 1 and 1 point of stress. And then the other commando. He will full auto. And he is shooting. If it lands on someone who's already been shot, we'll hit somebody else. Cruz.
And Reed didn't take cover because he set up the sentry gun. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Correct.
I imagine.
Okay.
All right, Cruz. He did full auto. He's gonna put 1 on you and 1 on. I'm gonna high or low, Eric.
Hi.
Ooh.
1 on you as well. So you both take 2 armor piercing. Okay, Tagar, roll your resilience.
Oh, he's a
He bleeds.
Oof.
You both take a point of damage, both take a point of stress. Top of round 2. Reed, sentry gun is set up. You are able to move at this point and act normally. The sentry gun, I believe it rolls, 8 or 10 dice? Just did this roll. That's super loud, sorry.
range combat 8.
Okay. It's
Is
8
that-
dice and 4 base damage, if I recall. And
Yes.
it does full auto as well.
Yes.
I know, because we just used sentry guns to great effect in today's game earlier. So, so it'll be a total of 10 dice because it's doing full auto. Yeah, roll.
Just 10 dice, 10 d6.
Yes, correct.
1, 2.
Okay. All into one guy, or do you want to split damage?
Let's put it all into the ride.
Okay. So that is a total of 5 damage. Armor piercing.
Damn, bro.
He's obviously got cover because he's inside the thing. Okay, he takes 3. You see some of the shots chunking the wall, some of them taking chunks out of the shield, but some of them get through and chunk part of him as well.
Did he take cover?
Yeah,
Well, he had the shield out, blocking.
Yeah,
so-
he's got the shield, yeah. God damn.
yeah. One action to take cover, 1 action to shoot.
I'll take cover and also full auto for mine.
Okay. Dude, this is... You don't want to be in this hallway right now.
No.
Like a meat grinder.
Fucking death hallway right here. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the
Very
smart gun
nice.
too. That's
Okay.
even more... Who are you shooting?
This one I'll blow into the commando.
Okay.
Blow him hard.
Yeah, I'll blow it into the commander.
You would. You sick fuck.
A lot of suspicious things
He
you're
didn't
saying
blow his
tonight,
load
Adam.
this time.
God.
I'm telling you, this
True.
is the redemption arc. Reed's redemption arc. Last mission, redemption arc.
How much damage
Sexy
total?
redemption arc.
5.
4?
5, so he takes
So total
4. He is aced.
Nice.
Just a bloody smear. Another one down.
Another one bites dust.
You hear
Uh,
over the Vox, you hear, it's those fuckers from the station. O'Connell, you're up.
yeah, so I'm gonna keep chipping away at the one I already hurt.
He's out of sight right now. He disappeared.
he's out
on
of sight?
Left.
Yeah.
You can tag him as invisible.
Would you
That
pay
helps.
attention though, or would you just be like, is he dead?
No, that makes him invisible, and I can't see him.
That was a jab at you never listening to what the fuck I say. Okay, just want to.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Warranted. I'll accept.
Yeah, fair enough. You got me there.
Okay.
I will. Who's our grenadier?
Should I make these two
which
out
color?
of line of sight because they're also not
So
visible
you can
right now?
you can see the shield guy.
Okay, well that answers my question. If he's the only one I can see, he's the only one I can see. I will shoot him.
You'll also notice he's the only one without a skull next to him, which means he's not dead.
That's
he is
why I
hurt.
said he's the only one I can shoot, Chris.
No, you said he's the only one you can see. You can see the dead bodies. I see him every night.
That's it. Tonight's the end for me.
They haunt me in
all
my
right.
dreams.
Oh, they're not nightmares. They're dreams. Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Oh damn!
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh,
Oh,
Is he
Connell!
dead, Dad?
I mean, he could roll like
Damn.
10
7
sixes, but I
damage.
doubt
He
it.
probably will.
Not-
will.
Not with armor piercing. He
Would
won't.
you be so pissed if all these were sixes? Would you quit the game at that
Nah.
point?
You still couldn't
I
save
rage quit.
Just disconnect. Okay. Yeah, O'Connell, you unleash your most perfect storm of bullets. You do run out of your ammo, though. You do empty the clip. But that guy is down, and him and the shield collapse to the ground. Tagar, you are up. You do not have line of sight to anyone else. What do you do?
I move further into the room,
Yes.
and see if I can like see in through the doorway to another guy.
Yeah, so are you moving up to the door and looking into the office? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
quick question on that though. First,
Does the sentry gun shoot him in the back and kill him instantly? Yes, it does.
that's what I'm.
No.
Okay.
The sentry gun you can program it to like. There's a way you can program it. We'll say.
Okay.
I mean, plus in Dark Descent, it doesn't shoot your own guys if you're standing right in front of it. We'll assume that like it's probably linked to like your PDATs or your transponder trackers that you guys have, because I'm sure they implant something in you to follow you wherever you are, no matter where you are. So the sentry gun knows not to shoot you guys.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm going to
Do we
assume.
want to trust that technology?
I'm going to assume you set up the sentry gun. I probably should have had you make a test, but I didn't. So
What?
Yeah. So I'm gonna
don't
move
think so.
forward into the doorway, with my shield, and kind of as I'm moving forward, say Reed, watch her back, to make sure that like nobody sneaks up behind us through the door we came in.
all right.
Roger that.
So you make your way down the hall quickly. You get up alongside the door, stepping over the one dead grenadier in the hall, and then right inside the door on either side are the dead shield guy and one of the commandos. What you see in here is De la Cruz's office in her private quarters. So the office itself is kind of circular shaped in a way, and basically the back of the room. See, you're actually about like right here, Tagar. The back of the room is the back wall of this section, and you can see there is a large window. Takes up maybe about a quarter of the wall space, or a third of the wall space on that side. Has a beautiful view of outside into space and of Crestus Prime down below. Unfortunately, that beautiful view is now the scene of an orbital battle, kind of like at the end of Mass Effect 3 when you got the orbital battle in the background. And you can see in the distance your fleet and Vaughn's fleet exchanging blows. There is a huge desk towards the back of the room near that window with a large fancy chair. The desk looks it's high tech, and the top part is completely smooth, and you can instantly tell by looking at it that it's a desk that acts as a screen and probably has some sort of holo projector on there as well. The holo projector is not on, but you can see it's like one of those fancy electronic touch screens. There's an elaborate comm station nearby which you would instantly recognize as being top of the line. And it's like a personal comm station, too, which is also very pricey. There's a nice liquor cabinet in here, which looks like it might actually be real wood. And you can also see there's what looks like a very fancy shelf in the corner, and you can see there's a variety of pictures, which from here look like pictures of maybe friends and family. You see that there's a side door that leads to a smaller room. When you get in here, the one commando is behind the desk taking cover, and you don't see the guy with the the commando you don't see. The incinerator guy is behind the desk, and he is actually waiting on Overwatch for you.
Okay.
So he's going to take a shot. Luckily, you can't full auto an incinerator unit.
I feel like just shooting an incinerator is full auto.
Yeah, it's also kind of aiming, too. You don't really have to aim these things. So I'm not going to do anything cheesy like that. But he will push.
I don't know. That's pretty cringe.
That's pretty cheesy. Wait, there was a success on my screen. That's weird. Oh, it must have been a knocked dice. So he pulls the trigger a little too early, and you manage to back out of the room. You guys see a gout of fire open and rip through the door, the open doorway. But all it does is scorch, what's left of his two buddies and part of the door frame. But Tagar, the untouchable, is unscathed. That is your fast action to move. You still have a slow action if you'd like to do something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
Makes sense. I would do the same thing in your situation.
Ouch.
All right, everybody's stress goes up by 1 as Tagar scores a single hit. Let's see if it is enough to do anything. The desk is a little bit better than the shitty walls you guys are fighting around. So, whoops. Sorry, that's armor piercing. Doesn't matter. He passed. He takes no damage. Okay. Thrace is up next. She gets on the other side of the door. So, Tagar, you're on the left side of the door. She's on the right side of the doorway. And, she runs up, slams up against it. Her back's to the door. And then she looks to you and she nods. And she basically moves inside and she sets her shield to give you guys some cover. Cruz, setting a shield is an action, right? If I recall.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and she's not nearly. She's not as skilled as you are, so that is going to take both of her actions.
Quick draws.
She sets it up. So, Cruz,
can I move up and then take a shot at Mr. Incinerator?
Yes, but if you do, there's not going to be anywhere to take cover because Thrace is basically partially in the doorway and Tagar's on the other side where there is cover. So you're kind of standing behind Thrace, but she's really the only cover between you and this guy.
Okay.
But if you want to get line of sight to him, yes, you can move up basically more or less right behind her.
Yeah, I guess we got to do what we got to do.
All right. Everybody's stress goes up by 1. Tight quarters. But you score a really good hit. How much we got?
4, 5. 5 damage.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Right through the lens of his helmet.
Oh, yeah.
And he is dead instantly. You hit him so well, Sean. You don't damage the desk, and he falls backwards off of the desk, out of line of sight, but it doesn't matter because he's dead. He's
the
dead.
desk is what's really important right now.
Yeah.
Got to keep that pristine so when we exfiltrate the sec def, we can bring her a really nice desk.
Hey, she's
Well,
got...
you don't want to get charged for it, is the thing.
We're gonna
You know,
get
it's a
charged
good
by
thing.
Wayland Yutani for killing their commandos.
Yeah.
It's a good thing
But
there
you
was
don't
no
want the desk on
firebomb.
top of that fee.
Here's a bill
Not this
for
desk.
the commandos we sent to kill you that you dare kill in self-defense. You have any idea
Sounds-
how much that armor is?
Well, obviously we're stealing it.
All right. Good job, because all the special guys are dead, and he was about to light you and Thrace, potentially Tagar, all up at once. Last guy pops out of the room to the left, and he's going to toss a grenade in your guys' direction, because, yeah, he's outnumbered.
Okay. I hope he really messes up. Trips while he's doing it, lands on his grenade.
Yeah, great.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so he's got 2 successes. That's going to be a total of 11. Ooh, I see a few in there. 1,
Ooh.
2, 3, 4. That is 5 total damage to all 3 of you. Thrace, Tagar, and Cruz. I don't believe grenades are armor piercing, are they?
I don't think so.
I don't think
The only explosive that is, I think, is the like a debt charge, and it's only on whatever you're strapped
Okay,
to.
you're correct. You're correct. Yeah. So
That'd be crazy.
And unfortunately, Cruz, you do not have any cover from this, but you still get your full armor.
Oh, wait, do I have cover, you said? With my shield on that side?
Yeah, because you specifically said you were taking cover. So
I am down.
all
What was
right,
that cover? How many extra dice is that?
It's 4. All right, hold on.
4
'cause
extra
for
dice?
some reason, Thrace has a weird set of arm. Oh wait. Oh, her pressure suit is still equipped. That's why. Like, how does she have 16 armor? That seems unreasonable.
I'm like a lot.
Okay, she's going to take 3. So, I mean, the grenade lands basically at her feet, a little off to the side. She turns the shield in time to, stop part of that blast, but it, knocks her back, out of the doorway. Cruz, you take basically the full amount of this and just go flying off your feet. Tagar, how'd you do?
I took 1 damage.
Must be nice.
Yeah. I'm at 0 health, by the way.
Okay, so we determined something in today's game, Sean, that
Cool.
I guess it's not that big of a deal, but we had about 5 critical rolls that happened, and every single one of them was a pierced lung. And we realized, I realized after I looked at it, somehow the rollable tables got messed up, and it was set to only roll the result 44. So I fixed
Okay.
it. So please roll a critical injury, though. So if you get a fucking thing, all right.
Oh, that's not me.
Ouch.
Yeah, not sure why O'Connell rolled, but okay.
Because I also dropped.
It didn't hit
I had
you.
1 health.
But you're in the back of the hallway with me, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, I thought I was the whole fucking zone. Okay, sweet.
No, I mean it's a tight area, but they're right next to each other. So, oh my God, your foot again. Flashbacks of the second
It's the
mission.
other one. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
Not my other foot.
All
You got a
right.
purple heart for both.
Yep. 1 for each foot, 1 for each lung.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on. The other lung was my backup character.
The iron
What's
lung.
different?
Okay. Cruz is down but not out. That could have been a lot worse. Reed, your turn. You obviously cannot see the commando from where you are.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Where's the other commando?
Yes.
I want to say that
I-
was
I-
the most successful grenade we have seen across 44 episodes.
That was pretty good. 5 damage. That's pretty ace. Okay.
Yeah.
He is going to make a mobility roll to see if he can outflank you guys.
I kind of
O'Connell,
want the gouged eye.
O'Connell
Can
and
I
Reed.
keep that if I break?
Maybe. Reed and O'Connell, if you'd like, please give me observation test versus this guy's mobility as he's trying to sneak around. I probably did that public, but that's okay. Well, he panicked.
Sorry.
All right.
Hey.
So, he has... Oh, everybody's stress goes up by 1.
Yep.
God.
Nice job. Slow death here. Okay. So, this guy does get around, but he's not able to get to a point where he's going to get any bonuses. I mean, it's still his turn. But he's not going to get any bonuses. You guys still have cover. If he would have passed that, then he would have canceled out your cover and maybe caught you guys in a bad spot. So, let us see. Because I'm such a nice guy, I'm going to roll between the two of you and the sentry gun. Because he doesn't know that his dudes just got aced, and sentry guns do a lot of stuff. So, 1-2 O'Connell, 3-4 Reed, 5-6 the sentry gun.
Nice.
You lucky bastards. All right. Well, he determines that the sentry gun, dishing out 10 dice of full auto damage with no chance of misfiring or reloading, is the biggest opponent here. And I think realistically, he'd probably throw a grenade at that because shooting.
What do you
it with
mean
a gun-
realistically?
How's that realistic?
Would you shoot a gun with a gun or a grenade?
Yes, I would always shoot a gun with a gun.
Oh,
Guns kill
With
guns.
my armor-piercing gun, yeah.
No, he's going to toss a grenade at that. But
With the on-average success of the damage from grenades in this game, I would not trust a grenade.
well, see, unlike you, he's not a metagamer, so
Got him.
He's gonna aim his grenade because you metagamed. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah.
All right, sentry gun's toast. Now, Reed, your turn to kill Mr.
Okay.
Commando.
Do
Yeah,
well, Reed, because I'm not helping this round.
I mean, all your stress is pretty bad right now, so
So I'll just take one action to at least move in front of O'Connell. So if I fuck this up, at least I'll be in front,
okay,
and then I'll full auto.
fair.
Reasonable.
Bu-bu-bu-bu-bu-bu-bu.
And click.
Oh no! Seek cover. Your stress goes down by 1
Wait, when did you panic?
just now.
Did he?
I had 7 stress dice.
Oh, rip.
Yeah. Okay, your stress goes down by 1. Everybody else's stress goes up by 1.
You don't happen to have Berserk, do you?
No.
You mean overkill? Your gun goes
Yeah.
click, and you decide, fuck this. He just killed my sentry gun. He's probably going to kill me next. So, yeah, you find somewhere to hide, probably like in a cubicle somewhere, like one of the nearby offices. O'Connell, you're on your own. Sentry gun gave its life for you, and Reed has abandoned you to be murdered by this commando.
Well, yeah, I cannot do anything.
Not
I'm
with
going
that attitude.
to also seek cover and reload.
That is a good call.
And
Tagar,
use a
Throwing a
free action
firebomb.
Yes.
to be like, they got us on the flank back here.
all
That's
right.
literally why we left Reed.
Tagar,
I saw him coming.
Okay, so there's the incinerator guy. No, the incinerator's dead.
yes.
Yeah.
The commando who threw the grenade at Thrace and Cruz is in front of us.
Yeah, he's standing in the doorway to the side room in her office. You can't see the other
How close?
commando from where you are.
Okay, how close is that one?
I mean, you guys are basically like a zone apart. He's within short range right now.
Is using drugs a fast action? Never leave.
Fast using an item is a fast action.
Yes, it is. Using
I like how
drugs
you worded that though.
is
He
indeed
likes
a
to
fast
party.
action.
Can I
I have 11 stress right now.
can I get
Something's
toked?
about to go down.
Bro, just
Okay.
you're just gonna overkill.
If I'm lucky.
No, doesn't it automatically happen over a certain
If you get 10, you have to get 10 or higher to overkill.
and you're at 11 stress, so
Oh, so I auto overkill at this point.
Well, a 1 plus an 11 would be 12. So, in theory, if my math is
Okay.
correct, which,
All right.
granted, it usually isn't.
hold on, bring out the calculator. We can
let me
do
get
this
the
together.
calculator out this
Math for
I
Marine.
got a
We
dry
got
erase
this.
board here.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Ask ChatGPT.
Totally
I'm gonna
fair.
buy an
Let's
abacus.
see. Yep.
Not even mad.
I'm doing Goodwill
Okay.
Hunting over here. Give me a sec.
Okay. In that case, then I am just going to charge the guy with my shield and knife and try and
Yes.
stab him.
Yes.
There it is.
I was hoping this would
So-
happen. All right, yeah, just
So I'm going to add my +2 for weapon specialist.
Jesus
having
Christ.
11 stress, that's not that bad.
You literally rolled a 1.
Yeah. I assume you trigger overkill.
I guess I should double check, huh?
No, I'm asking you. Do you want? It's because you have
Oh,
the choice. It's
yes.
not automatic if you roll 10 or higher. So
Oh. I mean, the alternative is I scream and don't do anything, right?
correct.
Right.
Well, you'd lose a point of stress, and then make everyone on your team take a panic test. You know,
Okay.
everyone who's
Yeah,
sitting
so
at like
instead
8
of
plus stress.
so instead of that, I will overkill.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, this guy's at full armor, so he might live, but you're doing...
What's 7 damage? Oh no, 3,
With
Yeah.
a knife.
2.
More
7
than we
damage.
usually do with guns.
Yeah, how much? How much?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Is this the guy that's almost dead, or is there?
No, he's
No, he's
fresh.
fresh.
He's
Yeah.
fresh. Okay.
He's not about to be fresh, though.
He's about to have a whole bad
Oh
time.
yeah, he's fucking marked.
The race witnesses this. It's gonna have like nightmares.
Yeah, so
She's
Tagar-
I put my shield.
the,
drenched.
the shield, the grenade goes off. Tagar gets some shrapnel and just like does the Terminator head tilt. There's shrapnel sticking out the side of his face. Thrace is knocked off her feet and like her shield gets like half blown up, and Cruz goes down as his foot explodes, and you just see Tagar's eyes just turn red, and he corn berserkers his way through the door. So you hit this guy so hard with your shield, you smash into the room, which you can tell is probably the secretary's like actual quarters, where like her bed and her little private bathroom are. You smash him against the wall so hard, you hear his chest plate crack, and you just stab this guy stomach, chest, throat, and then one through the side of the head right into the ear, and he has no time to register how fast he dies.
Fucking badass.
Thrace is going to try to be tactical, and she actually disappears down the hall where the other commando came, and she comes up behind him. Unfortunately, she's sitting at a ton of stress, but she's going to try. Yeah. Reed, you're hiding, so you don't see this, but she's going to attempt to use her knife.
Oh, it's a baby Tagar.
I think she actually panicked last time anyway, so she's out of ammo, so this would be faster. Okay. 8 stress. Probably not going to happen, but stranger things have happened in this game.
What the fuck?
I mean, she hits.
She passed. Oh my god. Is she going to pull it off? She's got 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage.
only
You
has
can
one
do it.
EP, I think, right?
Brother.
So you guys don't see this. O'Connell, you might because you take cover and then it's like your turn next, so you pop out. You see Thrace has gotten up behind this guy. She doesn't even have her shield anymore. And you see the last thing is she's snuck up behind him and just right across the throat. And just blood all over the front of this guy's armor and part of her knife and her arm. And he hits the ground and she's standing over him with the knife just dripping blood. And she sees you and she has this complete look of befuddlement, like, did I just do that? Her hands are shaking, like, violently. But this guy is 100% dead.
And O'Connell's like own way, since we're out of combat, of comforting her and bringing her out of her stupor. He goes up to her and pats her on the back. Welcome to the squad. He's like holding his fucking bullet-ridden shoulder up.
Let's see how she reacts to that. High or low?
Hi. It should just default. Let's just have a consensus here. The default is high.
She looks a little like 1,000-yard stare right now, as she's just kind of like staring at her hands and like all the blood. And you can see like she took a pretty big hit from that grenade. Like part of her armor scorched. There's shrapnel up one of her arms.
Hey, Crows, we need a patch up over here. Oh, wait.
Down.
I like peer around the corner. Oh, wait.
Limping over there.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Crows.
I'm in the Yamcha pose and my foot is smoldering.
I like run over and bend down. Tell me what to do.
Medkit.
Oh, that is such a great fuck. Oh, that's so perfect.
I don't know how to fucking use a medkit. Raid, get over here.
You want me? Okay.
Yeah, Reed, you're out of your
Reed.
you're out of your panic at this point. Tagar, the red mist finally drains from your eyes as you see like you ruined this guy.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, I could go check on Cruz.
He is alive, but his foot looks awfully fucked up.
Hey, O'Connell, do you think you could take a look at it?
I want to fix computers, Corporal. I don't know how to fix people.
Wait,
Reed?
what Sean, what number was the broken foot? Did you remember?
19?
19?
Let me try something here. No, it didn't work. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
If you
I could do what they taught us in basic.
That's probably the best we got right now.
Reed, give me a hand here.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll take Cruz's med kit.
Okay.
And
I'm
sorry.
To take any nap relief before you do this?
Oh.
Yeah. I will take a nap relief. I forgot about my 9 stress there.
Okay.
Good call. Good call.
Makes sense.
Sorry in advance, Cruz. Here we go.
He needed all 9 of those dice to make this work.
Okay.
You had the 2 from the
gonna
medkit?
push. Yes.
Hey.
Whew.
Was that for health or the critical injury?
Whatever. First. Whatever comes first.
I believe.
So you have to heal the critical injury first before you can do anything else?
I believe the crit does come first. I'll double check. All right. Nope, can be made in whatever order you prefer.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was the critical injury.
Okay.
Well, do you want me to roll for healing him, and then whichever one is better?
I don't know if it works like that.
No, you
I
don't
think
get
we
to
just need one success.
fucking choose. What do you think this is?
But imagine if we could.
Yeah, imagine if we could cheat.
um,
We are
We
trying
could
to
s-
help a battle buddy here.
I mean, we could secure the room to make it safe and have a
Yes.
a little breaksies, and he can heal.
There's your health back.
Wow.
So kind. Thanks, guys.
Enjoy your.
So while they're doing that, I'm gonna.
Here's the band-aid.
Just the worst.
It's the Hello Kitty one.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't think you need to roll for this critical because it's not fatal.
No. Well,
I thought I saw something about it. Maybe I was looking at my eye roll.
Let me double check here.
yeah, that was your eye roll.
Crush foot, limited, fatal no, time limit no. Effects is you can't run, you can only crawl like a bitch.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna be crawling
Healing
through
time
the
11 days. What was that roll? That was a 3d6.
Yeah.
That's
So 11
rough.
kind of like average on 3d6. So
Yeah. Average
That-
would be 9 to 12. That's right in the middle.
It was like the higher end, but sure.
Let's see. So yeah, the only thing you would do is if someone tends to you daily during healing and makes successful critical aid roll, the remaining healing time is reduced by half. So yeah, the only time you make a test really in the field is if they have a fatal injury to prevent them from dying.
So he'll just heal the 2.
Correct. So it would just be 2 health.
sweet.
What is it? You can't run?
Can't run, can only crawl.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what
It
it
should,
says.
it should probably say can't walk if you can only crawl. Or it should probably just
Yeah.
say only crawl, nothing else. Yeah. Yeah,
I
that.
imagine he can walk with assistance.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll
I
find
think we
him.
did do that actually before.
Yeah.
Last
Somebody
time
else,
too, I
didn't we?
think.
You then
Yeah.
stuck
Yeah.
him in the ox to guard the entrance to the base.
That is
Mhm.
true. I remember
Let's
that.
okay. So while they're patching him up, I'm gonna check on Thrace, make sure she's doing okay. Check her stress levels.
Oh, I checked
Oh.
on it. She's fine. Cool.
So you see Thrace is standing over one of the commandos and she's holding a bloody knife, and you see an ever-growing pool of blood emanating from around this guy's head. Her hands and the knife are covered in blood. She's got shrapnel up her right arm, her knife arm, where the shield didn't quite protect her, and the part of her armor is scorched, and looks like she's got half a dozen minor cuts and nicks and bruises, and she's just kind of got like 1,000-yard stare, and her hands are shaking violently.
So I'm just gonna kind of like, hey, I know this is your first mission. We've kind of been through this before, but you did good. You helped save their lives back there. We look out for our own, and this is what we do. We stick together. We protect each other. Why don't you go get patched up, and see if we can check out this area. Make sure we're safe here.
All right, give me a command.
I
roll,
got
please.
watch. Can I take my natural leave before that?
Sure.
Okay.
Just go berserk again and start attacking her. You will do better.
Oh, why didn't that work? I'm gonna push that.
All right. She finally, like, you see, like, she tightens her fists, and her hands stop shaking, and she wipes the blood off on the guy's, like, uniform and puts the knife back in the sheath, and she looks at you, and she just takes a big gulp and nods her head.
I also will take nap leave.
And she probably finds like a desk to sit on or kind of like lean against and kind of catch her breath.
I'm gonna use my signature item.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of close this door, see if
Wait.
it's got a lock.
O'Connell, didn't you just take nap relief?
Yes, and then I push
You
to
put
help
medical.
Cruz.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I guess Thrace would take nap relief as well because she's at 8 stress. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna close this door, see if it's got a lock on it of some sort.
Yeah, I imagine it would have something. Like that.
And then kind of, while they're kind of patching each other up, checking on each other, I'm gonna kind of go through the room, all the rooms, and see if I can find anything.
All right. Cruz, you can end your panic, by the way. All right. So, Tagar, if you want to give me an observation roll.
5 more commandos around the corner.
So, you're looking around, and you're checking kind of rooms one by one, and you do eventually find you find one conference room where you find a absolutely terrified woman. She's wearing, kind of like a little bit more professional, like a suit, kind of with a, like a short skirt. Looks absolutely terrified, like huddled in a corner, trying to hide, behind some, behind part of the big conference table or something.
Hey, we're here to help. What's your name?
Let's see how she's doing. She's just muttering to herself. She looks absolutely just out of her mind right now.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of extend my hand and kind of repeat myself, we're here to help. Do you know where the SecDef is? Can you help us navigate, the offices?
You can tell that she's having a breakdown right now. You'll need to do a command test to try to pull her out of it. Her makeup is all running. She's been crying.
Oof.
All right. So, much better with strangers than with your own team. But whatever, that's fine.
Apparently. It's the good looks.
So,
All that
They haven't,
charisma.
they haven't gotten to know me yet.
oh, that's true. Yeah. So kind of through sobs, she's, kind of doing that thing where it's every word, is followed by a kind of thing. And she says, there's monsters, these things, I don't know where anyone else is. I've been hiding in here, and some of the I heard her bodyguard try to get her out of here, but I don't know where she is.
Okay. How long have you been in here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. And she, kind of starts sobbing again as she's recounting, like, hearing her, coworkers screaming in terror as they've been attacked or killed by these things.
Little straw.
Okay. Why don't you come out here with us? There's no monsters here. We've cleared this area. We're just patching each other up and, come meet my team. We'll keep you safe. And, we'll find a way out of here.
Yeah, she kind of like nods and she kind of lets you help her up. You see she's lost one of her shoes. She's like walking on like one high heel, and her hair was kind of like in a ponytail. A lot of that's come loose, and her suit jacket is just covered in like soot and blood, and she's got kind of a sheen of sweat on her face, and her makeup's run. And you guys see Tagar eventually returns, and as you do a couple more rounds, this appears to be the only person here that you find that's alive.
Are there any like additional like clothes in any of the offices? I can like give her like a pair of boots or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Maybe some boots and like a jacket or something.
And a gun.
Yeah, no problem.
Can we grab one of like the helmets from the Wayland you guys and see if their comms are still working?
Sure.
Yeah. Do we hear anything or any communications going on?
Yeah, you do hear a voice on the other line, saying like, "Come in," Bravo team, come in, report. Cruz, give me a wits, straight wits.
Right wits.
Plus
That's
one.
a great roll.
+1.
+1?
Yep.
Okay.
Recognize the voice as Commander.
Rambit.
No. Wrong. That's Blackguard.
Oh, right.
You do recognize the voice.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I swear to God if it's fucking Schmidt.
No, it is not Schmidt. You don't know the name of this person, but you're pretty sure it's the voice of the commander that ambushed you guys when you were on Denali Station.
Mother clucker.
Fuck.
Those guys
Son
that
of a
fucking
cluck.
creamed us.
Yeah.
We'll see out there. The 6 guys got creamed.
We only took one critical injury for it. Whatever.
That sounded awful. Please don't use that terminology again.
Tell him in an
Adam.
ominous voice that we're coming for him.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say that around Adam tonight. He's been just throwing some words out every time he can.
Yeah.
Nothing about this mission has been straight.
Wow.
Oh.
So there's another team, it seems, that captain that mocked us back at Denali Station is here too, it seems.
But we owe them.
Yeah.
We certainly do. Make sure you're reloaded. Rest up. We got a few minutes before we have to move out.
What kind of guns were these guys? These guys, excluding the Grenadier and Incinerator, what were they packing?
They've got regular pulse rifles.
Sweet. I'm gonna take their fucking ammo.
Sure.
Can I take the Grenadier's gun?
Yes. So he has a... I'll just put it on your character sheet rather than you having to dig for it.
There we go.
Probably
Works.
easier. It is the Armot U4A2 repeating grenade launcher. So it's the classic grenade launcher with the big 6-cylinder chamber. And
Nice.
you see that it is currently loaded with... let me see which one is loaded. It is loaded with C20 nerve gas canisters. And he also has U4 QTC firebombs. He has... Let me see here. He has 2 of the nerve agent and 4 of the firebombs.
Hey, Crows, now that you feel a little better, you think you can give me a hand with this?
Sure. Let's see what we can do. I will use your med kit.
I don't have a med kit.
Everyone has a personal med kit.
Oh, right. The yeah.
You start with one.
He's like, you have a med
God
kit. Wow.
damn it.
Yeah. Guess I gotta push.
Damn, son.
You get 1 health back.
I propose maybe we take a rest.
Was Reed assisting with any of the patch-up jobs?
No, Reed was
I
busy
assisted him
looting a
with
body.
scars.
Is Tagar assisting?
No, Tagar's
I was
busy
saving
assisting
somebody.
the damsel in distress and getting her new shoes.
What about
Hagar
Frank?
and women, I swear.
Thrace is still...
Shell shock? Yeah.
She's come
What
out of
about-
it, but she's still processing, and she's like reloading her weapons and just picking shrapnel out of her arm.
She's
What about
gonna
the
need her own
civilian?
help.
Was the civilian helping?
Yes.
Okay, here.
The
here.
mentally fractured, emotionally damaged civilian is helping. No.
She's like a surgeon, though, right? She could if she wanted to.
Yeah. Just a surgeon just hanging out in the Secretary of Defense office.
She's just choosing not to, really.
Yeah.
She's breaking her vow to heal for some reason, but
Yeah, I could use a little rest to mend this. Corporal, I don't know if we have time.
We have a few minutes. I'd rather make sure we're ready for the next fight before we jump into it.
Okay.
Cruz, how's the motion tracker looking?
I will pull out my motion tracker.
Doesn't appear to be any other movement nearby.
Yeah, we have a few minutes. Catch your breath. Keep patching up.
All right. So you spend 1 turn resting. Anybody who's injured will get 1 health back. Reduce 1 stress if you need to. And
Please banter if it's needed. I don't think I'm nothing.
I don't think it.
We all took
No,
nap
because
leave.
Thrace took the nap leave, right?
Yep, she's good. Is there anybody else that
Yeah.
needs to get a healing check on them, or?
And I just have 1. I'm probably good for a while.
3 of 6.
I'm 3 of 5.
7-7 after that heal.
You have 7 HP.
All right.
That's right.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Thrace is still a little injured.
Okay, I can give her a heal check.
Yeah, she doesn't say anything though.
Like a mental check.
I'm gonna go over to assist. Be like, "Hey, Reed's gonna check you out." Or no, Cruz is.
She nods.
Maybe.
She's like sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Check out that shoulder.
Should have been more. Okay. Well, push, because can't roll for shit right now. Yeah, there we go. Should
Did
be
that
rolling.
include my assist
It was not, but
and a
yeah.
med kit?
That did include the med kit, yeah. Okay, so total of 3.
Okay, she winces in pain as you start bandaging up the arm, but she doesn't really complain. You just see her face kind of winces a bit, but You get it taped up, bandaged up. She's like, thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
So you ran into these guys before?
Yeah, they stomped the shit out of us.
Yeah. Didn't go so well the last time.
No, looks like we were paid the favor.
Yeah, still a few more of them.
Well,
It's probably on the...
yeah. We're
Station.
expecting another squad here. But trust me, they deserved it.
She's kind of like looking at the body of the guy that she killed, and she's kind of like, you can tell she's kind of like trying to convince herself. She's like, yeah, I'm sure he did.
Hey, if nothing else, you protected us. Right? That's what this job's about.
Yeah, she's just kind of like staring at the floor, like at her feet, or maybe she's looking at her hands, and she's kind of nodding her head up and down. And eventually she gets up as you guys are resting, and she goes and gets her shield and, starts getting her gear back together.
Does anybody want the extra shield on the floor?
I need to be. Wow, man. Actually,
So
he looks at his arm, his mechanical arm.
Tagar, you would notice and recall from last time, this guy has a custom shield that allows him, I totally forgot, that allows them, it's got the hole on the side where you can mount your machine, or your pulse rifle.
Does anyone want mine?
They got the good stuff.
Okay, so while they're patching each other up, I am switching out my shield.
Okay.
As much as I love my shield, I am going to try and recreate all the markings I've made on the new one while they're patching each other up, and
All right.
I'm not healing
Let me
myself.
put this on your character sheet here. There you go.
Are you sure you want it? It's got a bunch of bullet holes in it.
All right, so the special thing, in addition, this specialty shield has a small open notch on the side that is large enough to fit the barrel of an assault rifle or equivalent weapon. This allows the wielder to use the shield and a two-handed firearm at the same time. It takes a fast action in combat to set the firearm in place on the shield. So you do the fast action to basically lock the gun in place on the shield, so you can you're basically still carrying it with two hands, just it's attached to the shield. So
God damn, you just got even more dangerous.
I did.
It'll make it all the more sweeter when I finally kill you.
You can keep trying. I feel like you've been doing that.
There's no lack of trying here, all right? Except maybe letting that guy ace the sentry gun instead of your squad, but, it's one less tool you have.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Are we ready?
Yeah,
As
I'll
will ever
keep
be.
listening. Does Waylon, you guys just have like other like earpieces, or is it built into their helmets like ours?
It's built into the helmet.
Damn.
Especially because there's like a full like mast helmet.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got like a rebreather that's part of it. So if you had this helmet on, it like would seal around your face, so that you, like if there was like, especially because you guys experienced it when they were using the nerve gas canisters. They have rebreathers built in.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll bring one of the helmets with me, but
I was gonna mount one of them to my shield, to the front of my shield.
okay, settle down, Corn.
Yeah, oh my god, what a lunatic.
I feel like the notching was enough. I feel like the war trophies we might be breaking a few.
Yeah,
tonight.
and then I take
I didn't-
take my hand and I put it in his blood and I smear it on the front of the helmet and then I staple that to my forehead and I make fucking camouflage out of blood.
Hey, I didn't take a skull. I just took his helmet.
Yeah, just a
I
necklace
assumed
of
we needed to be able to.
ears. Yeah,
We needed to be able to hear his speaker.
fucking Daryl Dixon over here, shambling out of the fucking woods. Okay.
Love it.
So, you got some sweet loot. You remember to loot this time. Good job. And where do you head next?
Did we check the SecDef's actual like office space?
I mean, I went through everything.
I would assume you guys do.
Okay, yeah.
So you do, Cruz, when you guys are searching through there, it does, it looks like, obviously, the electronics in here are still functioning. There's still power. The holo table in the middle is a holo map of the entire Middle Heavens. So basically, the map we have here that we've been looking at in game, she has like a holo version that kind of does like almost like a 3D render, and it's massive. You've never seen anything like this, and you can like click on each like system, and then it'll zoom in, and then you can click on each planet, and then zoom in, and then click on any colonies or other like important things on there, and it's just like you've seen maps of the galaxy before. But this is like on detail on another level that just makes you realize like how far spread out humanity really is. That's just like, you know, you see like bases you've probably never heard of and, you know, just all sorts of stuff.
Damn.
And it
Is there a
can,
map of the station here that we can access?
potentially, I would. Yeah, I think there's a potential for that. I'll need a Comtech at -5.
I don't know if
Well,
that's
I'm gonna
something you can.
assist you there, O'Connell. I'll
Well,
tip
so
you.
I was gonna ask Cruz to assist because this is, in theory, this is your cousin's office, so you might be able to help with like passwords or.
Yeah, our passwords are always the same. It's way you sucks 1997.
See, we're already in.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, so easy.
It worked.
All right, whoever wants to do it can make the roll.
All right.
I will
and
assist.
-5.
-5.
You got
Okay.
electronic tools or something, right?
Oh yeah. Just doing the math in my head.
I'll assist,
basically.
and anyone else who can assist, right? Up to 3.
How are you assisting?
You know, my
That's what I thought.
really wit.
Yeah,
So he's
no,
helping with
that's-
like passwords and like knowing his
Okay.
cousin's, you know.
Yeah, because you know your cousin's password. Get the fuck out of here. All right, roll the thing, -5. No
She-
assist.
Hey, he knows her birthday, anniversary
Well, isn't
date.
Reed's trained in Comtech also?
Yeah,
He could assist.
I'll help him with the assisting. I'll help with
All right.
breaching into the, firewall.
Data core.
How?
IP.
How are you? I'm
core.
asking. How are you helping? Those are all generic things you're telling me.
He's on one side of the desk, and I'm on the other side. We're just tippy tapping away.
It's one terminal. No. Make the roll. No assists. -5.
I'm telling him what buttons to push.
Okay, he's not an idiot.
Hey, suck it, mother!
Look at that. See, he didn't need your help.
It only succeeded because we gave him that emotional support.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
true. Yeah.
They rubbed his shoulders, you know.
That's another thing I hate about RPGs. The only thing that I can't stand more than assists like this game because they're so nebulous is, I want to hold my action in combat. I am so glad this game doesn't have that, and if they add that in the revised edition, it's a strike against you, Free League. So, fix assisting, because it's fucking stupid.
I don't know. He was waiting for me to walk into the office before he flamethrowered me.
Overwatching is just holding your action by another
could
name.
be watching the code I'm punching in and catching errors in it.
Well, maybe if he would have said something intelligent like that, rather than, I help him by pressing buttons.
Oh, that's fair. You want the player to come up with a viable reason. That's
Yes,
fair. Okay.
yes, not just, I assist. Okay, cool, bro. I assist too. Get the fuck out of here. Assist you right off this show. Scaarr, well done. You roll 3 successes.
Someone feels a certain way about it.
Jeez. Mother chill.
Yeah. I see what you did there. That was good. You are indeed able to get a layout of the station. You dig, and basically, because you're able to get into her credentials, her login, you're able to get something like that. You're guessing the only reason you can get that is because you're basically using her terminal, acting as the Secretary of Defense, and you do indeed get a layout of the station.
Dig.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, God.
Because I'm going to unveil the whole map. And,
I'm zooming out, baby.
yeah,
Yep.
zoom out a lot, because you're probably going to have a soft stroke when you see this.
I can't zoom out anymore.
Yeah, they won't let me. Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let me zoom out for our viewers here, too. Is that enough? That should be enough. Okay.
Jesus.
Woo! Brother.
That's a lot of station.
Yes. Yes, it is.
The mother mainframe, huh?
Afterlife Club.
Do
VIP
not
enhanced
look at any of the words.
Oh.
Everything is labeled differently. It is all about the letters.
Okay.
The words are part of the map that I used. So, if we had the windows, I guess there's no real good way to reveal.
So I
the
can't
map.
go board the USCSS Morocco, is what you're telling me?
No, you can't.
If you want to go into space.
Yeah, there's no good way to reveal the walls or the map without the walls. Not that I'm aware of.
I'm gonna grab the assistant that was in here and say, where do you think she would go if she was being escorted out of here?
They might have maybe holed up in the command center, which is K. Or they might have taken her to the military dock if there was a shuttle, which is I. Up on the kind of the northwest part of the map. Maybe they evacuated her on the. There was a Conestoga that was here. Which was at the it was at Dock C. She could have used an escape pod for all we know too, if she got off.
Do we know where the station LT is?
She's in a different tower.
Different tower.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just one tower.
Yeah, this is
And
one of
there
this
is-
is one of 9.
9 towers. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my.
This is the biggest one because it's Tower Prime, but the other ones are at least like a third to a half this size. They're still pretty elaborate.
Maybe we want to go to the command center.
Like command center sounds.
Then maybe we
She
could
probably want to
kind of-
direct everything if she had
Yeah.
the opportunity.
Maybe there's some guns on these towers that can help the space battle.
Because they said this station was supposed to protect the planet. The
Right.
planet doesn't have any defensive capabilities. Command center seems like a good place to go.
The secretary kind of stammers. She's like, you'd want to go to let me get the correct name here. Just a second. You want to go to the flight control center. That's L, right off the command center. There's orbital lasers on the station you can activate from there.
Okay. Let's fucking haul ass.
Yeah, he seems like a good place to go.
All right.
Is there any communications we have or we can get to with the secta from here? Does she have any comms on her that we can access?
I don't know if she had anything on her.
Yeah.
The station
All right.
has, comm units all over. You can communicate with any part of the station from the command center, and the Marshal Station can. Marshal Station has security footage center as well.
Let's look into the command center, see if we can get some more control here. But we need to be prepared for a fight. We know there's another squad around, so tell my guys, make sure you're reloaded.
Yeah.
Prepare to move out.
Stocked up too.
All right. Well, before we end, I need to do 2 more rolls for the orbital battle. So, someone, please roll. At this point, the Tambatam has joined the fight to help the fleet fight off the invasion. So now you are going to roll a total of 10 dice instead of 8.
I think O'Connell got last time. Cruz, you want to get into this one?
Sure.
Cruz.
Whoa,
Cruz.
I see a couple 6s there.
3.
Couple 2 tree.
These are obviously armor piercing.
Sexy.
Better than last
Nice.
time. It takes 2 points of damage, and then it's going to move 1 more zone here. So I need 1 more roll.
All right, Reed, you're up.
It was 10, right?
Yes.
1.
One more.
Respectful.
Can we push?
Oh, just barely. All right. The orbital battle rages on as the Xiao has taken some damage, but is about halfway to Crestus Prime. Well done, fellas. You have defeated part of the commando squad, or unit, I should say. Pretty convincingly, for the most part. A much different outcome than last time.
Aside from that one fucking grenade, we were doing really good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least the Grenadier didn't get a chance to
shut
shoot.
up pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
And
that
the
is true.
flamethrower biffed, too. So, that could have
That
been
helped.
equally bad. That's just a really lucky grenade, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but... All right. That's all we've got for you tonight, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Unfortunately, we're actually going to be MIA the next couple weeks. We've got people that are going to be out of the country for the next 3 weeks, unfortunately. So there is a possibility we will be back on the 26th? Yes.
Potentially.
So next week for sure we will not be here, at least not with a live stream. The week after, we may be here. We really won't know until that week, though. And then the following week, which is the 3rd of May, unfortunately, we're going to be down a player. Normally, I would go ahead with only one player missing, but since we're in a pretty dangerous and, as you guys can see, elaborate dungeon, for lack of a better term, and we're near the end of the campaign here, I want to have the whole group here, and I don't want anybody to miss anything after we've spent so long getting to this point. So have a nice week off next week. Hang out with some friends. Go play your own games of Alien. It's a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll be back on the 26th. If not, we'll be back, whatever 7 plus 3 is. The 10th, I think. Look at my calendar here. Yep. The 10th of May. We'll still have episodes coming out, though. And I think we'll have enough where we won't have any dead weeks. So you can still listen to our audio stuff. Obviously, if you're watching this, though, you're probably caught up. But otherwise, we still got other shows coming out. We've got Lancer every other Monday. We've got Heart every Tuesday. And Warhammer Fantasy every Wednesday. So take a little break from Alien. Plenty more for you guys to listen to, though. So go check those out. Drowned Dragon, Heart, The City Beneath, and Lancer, The Star Shard. Other than that, that's all we got for you tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. We will see you same time, same place. Signing off.